Here's Sam Martin now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. So this punt sails out of bounds across midfield. Now the question, they're going to spot it right at the 40-yard line. Meanwhile, checking in on what's going on in Baltimore. And it's the Ravens that have moved out to an early advantage. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. They'll run on first down. It's Craig, and he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now Wilson. Flushed out right. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. 22 yards there, a first down.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
On first down, Craig. Oh, look at the juke. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Chewing up big yardage, another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
I know a lot of coaches like the toss play because they think it can be a real momentum shifter. Give the ball to that back who can get to the corner and turn it upfield. And on this play, that's exactly what they got, including a first down.
Watch the run, watch the run. Alert, alert, alert. Bang, bang.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
On second down, it's Craig.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man of the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Check. He's coming, he's coming, he's coming. We got double up. Preload. You go tight.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And it is now 21-0.
Next to score, Eagles 21, Steelers nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
2nd and 10,
Elway again. And from the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And now off to the races, down the right side. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. So now 2 pick-sixes that he's thrown in this first half of play. Where do you go from here?
Well, number one, make sure you keep your poise. Make sure you go to the sideline after throwing this second one, and you look like you're still in charge, that you're still the guy, because your team's going to feed off of you. And if you're having your hands on your head or shaking your head and walking with your head down, guess what? They're not going to rally at all. And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 40. Here's Peterson. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Here's Elway to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Forced out to his left. And he's going to keep it here. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Watch the safety creep.
On 2nd down now. It's Craig. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. Wilson dancing to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. Could not have thrown that out there any better. When the ball hit the ground, I thought it might go into the end zone the way it was angling, but perfectly jutting out at the 1.
You think maybe what we saw in practice came into play there? You know, he put those big cans down on the sideline and angled for him and shot for him. Looks like it worked out pretty well for him, too.
It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll make it a 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Hey, seam 6. Watch Mike. You ain't Mike.
Now it's Elway. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man.
Here we go.
It's a gain of 34. So that play much needed there as they're all the way up near the 40 for a 1st and 10. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Elway looking to pass again. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Alec Ogletree. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They go play action now. Wilson eluding the pressure right. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
Finds his tight end Ingram. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. The Eagle passing game looking good on this drive. It's a 1st down. Throwing is Wilson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Evan Ingram in the final seconds of the first half as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook, but even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Check 31, check 31. Kill. Hey, turn it up. Check 24, check 24. No.
22 jet bomber. Hey, rock it. Now.
Final play of the half. It's Elway. On the left side, it's McDonald. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the 3rd quarter gets underway. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep
under pressure again, and down he goes again. Wilson and the offense not coming off the field. They're going for it on 4th. Now on fourth down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he'll kick it away for the second time.
Been a struggle all game for them on offense. This was a chance to maybe provide a little bit of a spark with a punt return. Unfortunately, that spark got doused.
Yeah, and you call special teams the third phase, but you see here it can be the first phase sometimes.
That is so true, right? It can ignite at one. Way or the other, and boy, that didn't help them at all.
Let's go. 18 Gator.
Come on, boy. Come on, boy. You better be ready. Don't be scared of it.
Ready.
They try to fire up the run game with Adrian Peterson. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup.
They run again with Peterson. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down. On that last carry, he just passed LaDainian Tomlinson, Charles, on the all-time NFL rushing list.
And congratulations to him, and I'm sure LT would probably applaud him as well.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off with great anticipation. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out.
Watch it, divide. You must be.
Got it.
Oh, trot. Mike 55. Mike 55. Mike 55.
We ain't giving up nothing today.
Mike 55. Mike 55. Hey, eat.
Gun, 4 down. 55. Right there in the middle. Gun.
On 2nd and 15 now. Wilson, he'll buy some time right. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
14.
Mike.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Strip that ball. Mike 55. Mike 55.
There.
I'm coming. Check. 55 to Mike. Check. 55.
Run left.
Watch the pass.
They snap it at 1. Now Wilson. Throw left side complete. That's Craig. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. To throw is Wilson. It's complete to Williams. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A gain there of 30 big ones. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Wilson will throw again. This will be caught by Brown. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. So second in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Better bring it.
On third down, Wilson being chased out left. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be fourth down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down. Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Mike 35, Mike 35. I'm coming for you, son.
Now Elway. And he's got his man on the out route. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. On first down, Elway. Over the middle, it's complete. A Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
Check it out, Joe. Mike 35, Mike.
Recon, 132 fighter.
I got
Hey, wahoo!
slam.
Hey.
You.
Fire!
On first and 10, Elway. Over the middle, complete. It's Carter. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A big play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Steelers are able to strike for 6. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? The best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions because the game certainly not taking us there.
Oh, I hear the remotes clicking off right now. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Now a play fake here on first down. Buying time to his left. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Here's Wilson. They'll roll him out right. Got a man. It's Brown. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
I know we just saw a nice throwing catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Looks like the offense is going to take another shot here. They're going on 4th and 13. They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. So good field position for the Steelers as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44.
Check. Hey, zoom. Zoom.
From the gun, it's Elway. And he will find his man on the outside. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Hey, Echo.
35's the mic.
We own them. We own it.
To throw is Elway. Throw right side complete to Carter. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. Now Elway on first down. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is...
And I think the ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away. On second down and 4. Wilson under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Third and long, it's Wilson. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Sponge. No.
Green inside. Green inside. Blue inside. Green inside.
Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for Philadelphia. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Pulled in at the 24. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Checking the NFL scoreboard, they're in the fourth now in Minneapolis. And the Texans have scored. That one's been interesting as they retake the lead. Devontae Adams, he had a touchdown reception to help the cause. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Throwing again. Elway. And McDonald here over the middle. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. A 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. Out of the gun. Elway. Escaping the pressure right. Now a desperate. It's caught inside the 25. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Here's Elway to throw. And this is caught at the 8. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. One last shot for Elway. And a big loss here as he's taken down. So it's a victory here for the Philadelphia Eagles. And it was a bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless through the entire second half, but their first half output, that's enough to carry them to victory.
And that's an odd game to watch, isn't it? Because when we saw the output in the first half, you think to yourself, okay, they've got something working here. They know what they're doing. They'll continue that along. But instead, it's goose eggs in the second half. Fortunately, enough of a cushion and enough defense to carry them home.
So for the Eagles, they keep pace for a playoff spot as they move to 7-3. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, they come back to the pack a bit as their record falls to 7-3. And they'll try to... And for